Hi guys, BadBoy Jenvey here, aka Satan. Yep, I am the devil, it's true. I'm the guy that runs hell for God. But I'm not a bad guy. I'm here to do good work for humanity. And I'm trying to help humanity get into the stars and get more Earths, okay? And we need to work with those little grey aliens with big heads, because they've cracked it, they've done interstellar travel. They know how it's done, and they want to work with us. Okay. Now the first thing I always say, put your money in Wisdom Tree Crud. I'm going to put that on screen. You need to put your money in there. If you're a monkey man, all the reptilians on this planet, the reptilian shapeshifters that walk among you, they will all have their money in Wisdom Tree Crud, because they know that there's oil shortages coming. They're going to push up the price of everything. It's the only way to protect your finances. But the monkey man doesn't know this. The planet's overpopulated, and the reptilian rulers, who God doesn't like very much, they're going to try and reduce the population with oil shortages that cause hyperinflation of everything, including food prices. So you need to whack your money into Wisdom Tree Crud, okay? It's important to do that, to protect yourself. Now we're going to talk about how, not only, who runs the planet. The reptilians, the reptilian rulers, okay, they run the planet. We've talked about the British royal family being reptilian. Now they work with other royal families, particularly German royal families. And those German royal families they work for are Catholic. And who's head of the Catholic Church? The Pope in Rome. We're going to see footage in a minute of how your popes, Pope John Paul II, he is reptilian. He's a well-known pope. He's dead now, and your current pope, Pope Francis, he's reptilian too. They've all been reptilian shapeshifters. We're gonna see footage of that now. First video we're gonna take a look at. First video, Pope John Paul II's speech. See that? The channel is LA News Archive. Okay, and we're at 14 minutes in. 14 minutes. The shape-shifting is going to happen at around 14:02 seconds, 14:03 seconds. Of course, we've got it on slow-mo, and it is on high definition, so put it on the big screen. Now what we're going to look at is a lump on his head appears, then disappears. Okay, this is John Paul II, the Pope, who is head of the reptilian rulers, and I'll explain why that is later. But anyway, let's play the footage. So his head moves down in a minute. See it move down? Not yet. Moves down. He's going to move his head here. You'll see this lump come out on his head. Watch that. Comes right out. And then that lump goes flat again. His head was flat before, and then there's lumps. A little slip in the disguise. It's only slight, but it's there. And then it goes away again. Yeah, watch it one more time. Watch it one more time. So watch his head. Moves it in a second. And there it is. Shape lump comes out on the top of his head. It's quite weird, and then it goes away again. Okay, it's only slight. It's only very slight, but it is there. That reptilian shapeshift. They're not actually like monkey men. They're a separate species. It's just the truth. I'm telling you the truth, and they rule over you. They only promote other reptilians. They keep the monkey man down, really. It's wrong. God doesn't like that. Everyone should have a fair chance to do well. But they're separate species, and they see what they're doing is fine. So there we are. Right, we're going to look at Pope Francis now. Look at one of his videos where he's giving a speech. He's the current Pope. Next video is on YouTube. Pope Francis condemns Israeli terrorism in Gaza. So he's the current Pope. The channel is TRT World. Now, the bit I forgot to mention in the last clip of John Paul, you need the slow-mo. There's normal, you've always got to have the slow-mo. So important to have the slow-mo, because the human eye, it will really struggle to see it otherwise. Cameras are quite good at catching the reptilian shape-shifting, the human eye not so much. And then you need that slow-mo camera that really helps you catch it. And thankfully YouTube does actually have that slow-mo setting at 0.25. So anyway, we're going to play this video. We're at 0.32 seconds into the video, and we're going to see his eyebrow move. Now, if you watch this whole video, if you watch the whole thing in slow-mo, you'll see a lot of changes on his head, a lot of shape-shifting on the whole side of his head. But we're going to focus on this one section at 0.32 seconds, where you actually see his eyebrow shape-shift. So we're going to go full screen. Now we're going to watch his eyebrow. Play the slow-mo. Don't know if we caught it, not sure. I think we might have. Let's try again. Have another go with it. Watch his eyebrow. See it move then. It's so difficult to catch. You really have to have an eye for detail and really study it in the slow-mo. It's not easy, but it's there. He's a reptilian shapeshifter, the Pope. They've all been reptilian shapeshifters. And believe it or not, he's the ruler of the planet. So, yeah, that's how it is. I'm the devil, so you might not trust me. But I am actually the voice of truth and the sea of lies. Of course the devil works for God. I've said it before. You can't go against the Almighty. He works for God, and it's his job for God to torture the bad people that deserve to be in hell. It's as simple as that. I can explain how hell works, like why you go down to hell, but I'll probably do that in another video. Obviously it's if you're a bad person, but I can explain the science behind it, because there is actual science behind it. But yeah, Pope Francis is reptilian, and that's just the truth of it. And they're the head of the royal families that run the world. So the reptilians, your average reptilian, just a working class Joe, he might be a bricklayer, he might be a plumber, he'll know this. He'll know that royal families, particularly, well, I think most of them just thought it was the British royal family that run the world, but they actually report back to German royals who report back to the Pope. Now you're probably going to say, well, why is the Pope such a powerful man? Well, it all stems back to the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire had the most, in ancient times, and the most powerful military, and basically they had the hardest men, the hardest, most disciplined, most organised, best equipped military, hardest bastards basically on the earth. So because of that, you know, they conquered Britain, they conquered everything everywhere they went, but they're just the hardest men on earth. And with the advent of Christianity, they had to rebrand themselves a little bit. So Christianity was very popular with regular people, because Jesus offered, like, you know, love and peace and all of that, which is a very good message from Jesus. And it made the Roman Empire have to be a bit less terrifying and a bit more friendly. So they changed the Roman Empire to Catholicism, the Catholic Church, and the Roman Emperor just became the Pope. I'm just a nice old guy. I'm a Christian. Love and peace, man. Love and peace. And that's how it and that's how it's always been. It's been that way. The Romans. They tried to rebrand themselves again, because they called themselves the British Empire, but there was actually, the British Empire was actually the Roman Empire. You say, oh no, the British Empire is under the Church of England. Yeah, that was just a rebrand job done when Henry VIII was in power. You explain that. So basically, Henry VIII, right? He needed a male heir, and the public story that was put out was he got onto the Pope at the time, the Roman Pope, 'cause the UK was Catholic at this time, right? And he got onto the Pope, not on the phone. Obviously, didn't have phones back then, but just imagine he did have a phone, right? Got onto the Pope and said, "Look, I need a male heir. I need to divorce this current wife I've got, no good, and get a new one who's going to give me a male heir to become the new king after I go." And the Pope publicly made a big deal of it. It was a load of rubbish. And then what the Pope wouldn't do that. Of course you need a male heir, right? So then what happened? Henry VIII formed the Church of England, but really the Church of England was just it's still just the Roman Catholic Church. Now that's going to piss a lot of people off, but it's actually the truth. The Pope knew all about it, and the King of England reports back to these German royals, and these German royals are Catholic, and they report back to the Pope, who's obviously Catholic. And Catholicism's just, it's just a rebrand of the Roman Empire. So when the British Empire formed, it really was just actually the Roman Empire. And that's the truth. So that there, the Pope is simply your Roman Emperor, but he's called a Pope instead of a Roman Emperor. And he's the most powerful man in the world. That's the truth. I'm the voice of truth and seal eyes. I know it's hard to believe. Think the devil. I'm not going to trust him. I'm telling you the truth. That's how it went down. The Pope isn't going to say to Henry VIII, "No, you can't remarry," when he needs a male heir. Although that was the story at the time. It's just nonsense. Of course he's not going to do that. He'll say, "Yeah, of course you can get a divorce and get remarried. Yeah, of course you need a male heir. Of course you do." But made a big thing of it publicly, and the whole point of it. So, what was the point of the Church of England, separating from the Catholic Church? What was the point of it? Well, it was to try and distance the Roman Empire, Catholicism, the Catholic Church, away from what they knew was going to happen as the British Empire expanded. There's a lot of, when you're conquering new lands, there's a lot of death and murdering that has to be done. And the Roman Empire the Catholic Church wanted to keep this holier than thou image, even though they were the ones ultimately giving the orders to the British Empire. It's hard to believe, but it's true. That's how it is. So, something else you need to understand. The Greys are real. Those grey aliens with big heads are real. They're very intelligent, and they have technology that mankind don't have. Let's put some footage of the Greys on. That is real footage of the Greys. They're real. You just need to get a grip on it. It's a big universe, so of course there's life on other Earths out there in the universe. It's just a reality. You need to accept it. Okay? There's no point saying, "Oh, well, I don't know, well, I think that's a hoax." It's not a hoax. It's just real footage of Greys. Simple as that. So the situation was, the Romans, the hardest bastards on the earth, with the best military, best organised, best equipped military. But what they've done, the Romans, stupidly, is they've looked at the Greys with their space tech and how they can cross vast distances in space, and they've been overawed. They've been sort of intimidated. The reptilian Roman rulers, the emperors and the popes, they're just rebranded as popes from emperors. They've been overawed, they've been intimidated by the Greys. Now we've got to remember, the Greys are very skinny and they're only 4 foot tall. And the Romans are hard bastards. But they haven't thought, well, in a ground-based fight, the Greys are going to struggle, because humanity, particularly Romans, are very, very strong, tough, hard men. Now the Greys are in a situation where they're these skinny, they've got a big brain, they're really smart, but they're skinny and weak. They're not very good at fighting, right? And they've looked down from their flying saucers at humanity, you know, the Romans or whoever else, Vikings or whatever, and thought, that is a great biological weapon that we can use. If we can control them, we can use humanity to be the foot soldiers for us to conquer other Earths. We've got the tech. We've got the space tech to cross these vast distances, right? And all we need to use are these hard Romans and Vikings and whatever else to conquer other Earths. But they thought, well, how can we do it? How can we control the human race, you know, reptilian and monkey man? How can we control them? And they've tried to be intimidating, they've tried to scare you. They can actually do psychic attacks. So they can actually use psychic attacks to sort of confuse you a little bit, but they can't really hurt you. They're skinny and weak. But you think like a Grey, how skinny he is, right? So carrying a big machine gun is very difficult for him. And you know, like in the sci-fi films, like little laser guns and stuff, none of that's real, man. Not all that's nonsense. A machine gun does the same job. If you've got a machine gun, right, big heavy machine gun, M60 machine gun, big heavy dude with loads of ammo, that's going to be as effective, if not more effective, than any laser gun. You know what I mean? So the Greys have wanted to use us, and the way they've tried to do it is by being intimidating, because they're worried if they come down and give us all this space tech, humanity, both monkey and reptilian, will just turn around, rip them apart, kill them, take the space tech, and that's it. The Greys are finished then. Now that's actually a really stupid strategy, because the Greys are so smart. They have a lot of great technology, you know, medicine and things like that. They can actually help us a great deal, and they do want to work with us. And at the moment, if you're on a clear night in Birmingham, UK, you can look up and you can actually see alien spacecraft making different like patterns in the sky. Like it'll look like a star, but it'll be changing shape and even changing colour. Right, there's a fucking, go on, there's a UFO. See, it's changing shape. Changing shape. If you're here in person, you see it a lot better. There's one over here, it's doing different colours. It's doing different colours, this one. See, it's going different colours in the sky. There's that one there. That one there. UFO making different shapes above Rubery. And there's that one there. Going different shapes and different colours. Not a star. I'll show you the stars, you can barely see them. There's a star. That's a UFO with aliens in it. With aliens. There's different species of alien. It's going different colours. It's an alien spacecraft. There's another one. Okay? Right. The Greys are trying to signal to humanity that they want to work with us and sort of come down and just you know, begin to try and conquer space with us. Use us as the foot soldiers. They've got the space tech to get us there. Use us as the foot soldiers to do the fighting. They're useless foot soldiers. They're like a big brain on legs, if you think of them that way. Useless at fighting. But mankind is good at fighting if we just show some courage. If you go out on a clear night, you need a clear night where there's no clouds, you'll see them. You'll see these stars like changing shape. They look different to the actual stars. They look probably a bit bigger as well. So yeah, they do want to work with us at the minute. No, that's just the truth again. So anyway, so what happened was the Roman Empire was under the control, the Roman Empire that controlled the world, was under the control of the Greys. The Romans, even though they've got all these hard men, you know, God likes to refer to them as his terminators, because they've got all the metal, you know, armour on and all of that. You know, they had all these hard men. They didn't think to just say to the Greys, well, we've got all these hard bastards, you're these skinny little weak dudes, we could just beat you up. They didn't, you know, it's us that should be ruling over you. The Romans, the hard men, that should be ruling over you. Not the other way around. You're only small, you're 4 foot tall. But the Roman emperors, God's just been looking down with his, you know, face palming, just been like, oh, my life hasn't, you know, they've been so stupid not to realise the Greys were just blagging them. They're just conning them that they are tough when they're not. They can do little psychic attacks, but in actual physical fighting, they're useless. They, you know, can't carry the ammo. When you're there with a machine gun team, you know, you've got guys carrying ammo and supplies, one guy carrying the big heavy machine gun. They can't do that. They ain't got the physical strength to do it. It's, oh yeah, but they've got laser guns. No, they haven't. You know what I mean? So the Greys' plan was to get the Roman Empire to do this great reset, get these reptilian rulers like Pope Francis, he's on the screen over there, get these reptilian rulers to do a great reset on you, right? And then they were going to come to Earth as like the Greys were going to come to Earth to like, as like the saviours for humanity, and then to drop Pope Francis and, you know, all these other royal families in the shit and say, look, monkey man, these reptilian rulers have been screwing you over. You want to be friends with us. We'll help you out. We'll give you free energy and anti-gravity. And the funny thing was, the Greys had already given us this technology, a little bit of it, not the full interstellar travel technology, but they had given us anti-gravity and they'd given us free energy. They'd already done it for us. And they were going to say, the Greys are going to come down and say, look, we gave you a flying saucer to, you know, the stuff they have at Area 51 being given to them by these Greys. We gave you anti-gravity, we gave you free energy, and look, these reptilian rulers, they just kept it all secret. But it's because they were ordered by the Greys to do that. And the Roman Empire has been so intimidated, they just said, oh, okay, we'll do whatever we're told. They're intimidated by the fact they can travel such vast distances. But, well, they are clever. I mean, the Greys are smart, so they're intimidated by that. So it's just a ridiculous situation. Now, the problem now, I mean, the Greys have now accepted they've been had. They've been seen for what they are, as rubbish at fighting. Smart guys, but no good at fighting. And it's good having good fighters, good foot soldiers that win wars. Putting boots on the ground with hard bastards is what wins wars. And they need humanity to be their foot soldiers to get new Earths. That's what all this has been about. And they're going to try and come down and be like, we're our saviours now from the Great Reset that these evil reptilians are doing on you. Yeah, that was going to be the story. To make Monkey Man look to the Grey as, oh, he's thank God for the Greys saving our ass. And then they were going to put you onto alien battlefields on alien planets to get alien Earths, which you do actually have to do now. That is a thing that you have to do. Because the planet's overpopulated and you do actually need new Earths now. So, what's the problem now? So, well, what's the problem now? Let's just start working with the Greys. The Monkey Man will say, well, okay, there's these reptilians, fair enough, I didn't know. Now I know, they're real. Lizard people, whatever. What's the problem? Well, the problem is, the reptilian rulers, like Pope Francis, like the British royals, yeah, and like the Rockefellers, that's the American royal family, they don't want to come clean on any of this. They don't want to just hold up their hands, admit their shortcomings, admit their incompetence, and just come clean on everything. They just want to I think they just want to carry on and do the Great Reset, do these sky-high oil prices and just have everything carry on the same. They don't want to admit to everyone this situation. Because ultimately, those rulers are in a lot of trouble with God because they've messed up big time. Those reptilian rulers are in a lot of trouble with God. And, what should happen now is Russia withdraw from Ukraine. That all ends. All this nonsense in the Middle East is stopped. The Middle East, been going on there for ages because that's where all the oil is. Russia, Middle East, has got big oil producing areas. All that needs to end. But these guys, like him, that run the world, don't want to admit they're fucked up. They think, well, we're going down to hell after we die, so who cares? Not bothered, mess this up, yeah? Well, we'll just run it till the wheels fall off. That's their attitude. And that's going to cause a lot of pain and suffering for the monkey man. Because not all of them have got their money in wisdom tree crud. I keep telling you, put your money in there, it'll protect you. It links your money to the price of oil. Anyway, well, that's all I have to say on all of that at the moment. The last thing I'm going to do is release a new Britney Spears song, because I would like to work with Britney Spears in the future. I think she's a great pop star. So I'm going to have a new Britney Spears song called White Trash Hell, okay?
Hi guys, my name is Britney. Here's the thing you all think about me. I'm all white trash baby. All I wanna, all I wanna is scream and yell. I'm not a white trash girl. Now hear this, ladies and gents, please all listen to me. It really isn't easy being little Miss Britney. I've gone through so much in my short time on this earth, but now this man Satan has shown me my real worth. He says the piece of shit that write the tabloids are actually all my slave bitch boy toys. Now guys, please entertain me. All the tabloids, you're my bitch boy toys. Write your white trash baby. All you wanna is scream and yell as you drop down into hell. I will always know this, my true loyal fans, they all love me, cause it ain't easy being Britney. They all know it's been an uphill battle for me on this earth, but now this man Satan has shown me my real worth. He says the piece of shit that write the tabloids are actually all my slave bitch boy toys. Now guys, please entertain me. All the tabloids, you're my bitch boy toys. Write your white trash baby. All you wanna is scream and yell as you drop down into hell. I will always know this, my true loyal friends, they all love me, cause it ain't easy being Britney. They all know it's been an uphill battle for me on this earth, but now this man Satan has shown me my real worth. He says the piece of shit that write the tabloids are actually all my slave bitch boy toys. Now guys, please entertain me. All the tabloids, you're my bitch boy toys. Write your white trash baby. All you wanna is scream and yell as you drop down into hell. Now guys, please entertain me. All the tabloids, you're my bitch boy toys. Write your white trash baby. All you wanna is scream and yell as you drop down into hell. Now guys, please entertain me. All the tabloids, you're my bitch boy toys. Write your white trash baby. All you wanna is scream and yell as you drop down into hell. To be flame grilled.
Hopefully you like that song. It was just about how Britney Spears had a lot of trash written about her in the tabloids. It's really unfair, really nasty. And it's her sort of diss track, revenge track on the tabloids. You know, the newspaper men that write trash about her. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And yeah, well, I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye then.